be something as small as I cleaned my room. But I don't know why I share that with everyone, but if you want to, you can go to my Discord, and in the BroTalk section, just be sure to be like, hey, I did this. Aren't you proud of me, or something like that? And then we will be sure to mention that before we start the podcast. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh man, that the intro looks squished. Whose dog?
Yours.
Oh. Boom.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the BroTalk podcast. My name is Daniel, or Dan, or whatever you want to call me, really. At this point, I don't care. I have a really bad headache right now, so I'm going to try and be the best that I can. But if I'm a little lackluster, I apologize. I don't know what it was today. It wasn't hot or anything, and I drank a decent amount of water, but maybe it's just my spine. Oh, that hurt being out of whack. Who knows? Anyway, with me, we have three bros. And as you can see, we actually have a little bit of a change of scenery, if you will. I'm actually up in Tim's spot normally, and we're going to keep it like that. We are stupid and didn't, or at least I was stupid, and didn't think about actually changing our layout to match the logo until Grant said something about 10 minutes ago. So there's that. Anyway, with me, starting to my left, we have Grant. Now, Grant, actually, boys, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to say the first thing that comes to the top of your head, okay? So, Grant, I want to know, what is your favorite kind of fast food?
Like favorite place or favorite kind?
What did I say? The first thing that comes to your head, Grant?
Well, you see, there's differences here.
Come on, Grant.
The first thing that came to my mind was to differentiate between your question.
Come on, Grant. I need you to just power. What is it?
Probably Wendy's.
Wendy's. That's a good choice. I like that. Chance. Actually, no, we're going to go with Tim. I'm sorry, because on my screen, what I usually look at, we're totally different than what's actually on stream, so I apologize. Tim, you're next, because you're below Grant. We go counterclockwise here. Tim, I want to know, if you could have any type of hairdo, what would you have?
Anything besides bald.
I guess that did technically answer my question. I would say mullet. I think you look pretty cool with a mullet. Chance, down below me, what I want to know is, what is your favorite Pokemon of all time?
Dude, it's pretty obvious. It's Umbreon.
I was really hoping for you to say something else.
Nope.
Dang it. I try to get him right there. I just try to slide that one and see if he could get it. But, anyway. One of you guys asked me a question.
Dan, what would be your favorite fast food place?
My favorite fast food place would be Taco Bell. See, Grant, that was so easy.
Yeah, see, when you actually ask
so
a specific question, you can get a specific answer, and it's just great.
But here's
Taco
the thing,
Bell.
Grant. What if I said, what's your favorite kind of fast food? And you're like, oh, man, I really like tacos. Taco Bell would be good.
Just ask questions.
Anyway, it was a fair. That was fair. That's fair, Grant. I understand. Anyway, we are your bros, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about some stuff. First thing we want to do is we want to jump straight into it, because I know for a fact that this is kind of something that I want to say hits a little home to me, not because of the person, but because of what happened. Leafy, if you all know, is banned on YouTube. He's not banned in sense like, oh, he come back. He's perma-banned. Like, he ain't come back. That motherfucker gone. He gone. I don't know anything about him, so someone please explain to me how scummy this piece of crap is.
See, I used to watch Leafy back when I was in Portland. As far as I was aware, the only thing he ever did was poke fun of other people. Mm-hmm. He was basically a mini Keemstar.
Yeah, Keemstar Jr. would be literally what he is.
Like, he didn't just poke fun at people, though. Like, he specifically, researched them and, pulled out, not even, general information that you could find, on their YouTube. Like, sometimes it was pretty personal stuff that he would just, pull out and just make videos specifically to bash people. And, I mean, if that's what you're getting famous on, I think you deserve this. If you're getting famous off of literally being a bully, I think you deserve this. He had his chance to, he left for a while, had his break, came back, and did the same thing. So, I mean...
Well, so let me ask this, because, like I said, I know nothing about this. I honestly thought before this, we talked about this, I want to preface this, we talked just a bit about this last night, because I personally didn't know much about him. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, what about Keemstar? And, I thought Keemstar was just a drama guy. I didn't realize he was a big scumbag. Mm-hmm. So tell me, is there a difference, in your opinion, between being Leafy and just kind of being like a scumbag, and then like trying to deal with drama. Report on drama. Like what's because like I said, I really don't know too much about him because I didn't watch anything. So like kind of, if you can help me try and differentiate between like his just toxicity and like what reporting on drama might be.
Dude, if you're a news channel, report the news. What Keemstar and actually just what Keemstar does as far as his drama alert channel. He doesn't just do the news, and in any case, he uses his platform a lot more as a as I don't know. How would you explain it, Tim? Like how would you explain that Keemstar uses his platform?
He uses his platform as like a personal way to attack people, in my opinion. Like he'll get in your DMs and he'll like harass you until you come on his show, and then he harasses you more on the show.
Like a direct quote from him as far as if you don't appear on his show and you're being accused of something, well, obviously you're guilty. But if you do come on his show, then you're just doing it for attention. That's like literally how he sees it.
That sounds pretty toxic. I don't, because like I said, I don't know much about them, and for what I've seen, like I guess it's just hard for me to try and be like, how can you report on drama without being super toxic? Unless if it sounds like what they did, like just harass people.
You report the news. You don't use it to attack people. You don't use it to accuse people of things. Like Tony, I believe his name is. The guy's it's an old man who he had accused with absolutely no proof of being a pedophile, and up until this point, about a year ago, he has been under constant attack and death threats for Tony. But when H3H3 made the 3-part series on Keemstar, Tony came out of the woodworks and was like, "Thank you, H3H3, Ethan Klein, you have basically changed everything for the better." Because everybody knows Keemstar's a scumbag. Everybody does. And I find most interesting is how Leafy gets banned off of YouTube, but why doesn't Keemstar? When Keemstar is infinitely worse than Leafy.
On that note, I think it's what I thought was very interesting and kind of humorous about the article was that like Leafy got banned, and so then Keemstar and Scarce were basically like, "Oh well, if he got banned, what if they start doing this to all of us? That wouldn't be fair." And I'm like, well, if you can automatically compare yourself to someone who got banned for being a bully, maybe you also deserve to get banned for being a bully. Like if that's what comes into your head is like, oh no, if he got banned, I might get banned. Then yeah, you might get banned.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. I know that Scarce isn't really a news channel you hear very often, or at least not that I've heard very often. I know that back in the day when Leafy and Pyrocynical were basically like polar opposites of the same coin as what people were comparing them to, which Pyro, quick thing, I love Pyrocynical. He's a great guy, I think. He's evolved way past what his predecessor Leafy used to do. But if you're being shit, wow! I just like lost my train of thought there.
All right,
I'm so sorry.
Okay, Tim, do you have anything to add on that? Because I want to ask another question. I don't want to take away from what you might say.
No, I really don't have anything to add other than Leafy is a scumbag and deserves to be banned.
That's what I was going to say. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Following the ban of Leafy, he actually went over to Storyfire. Which I don't know much about Storyfire. Is it like a YouTube type of thing, or what is it?
I'm not
Storyfire.
Really sure I know that Jesse Ridgway or McJuggernuggets is who started that because of some demonetization thing. And I mean, Jesse as well was one of those that he would lead on his fans and try to make them think that he had like this horrible life and that his dad, like he basically used fake drama for his views and to get his subscribers and everything. And then he would be like, "Okay, guys, that was just a series. None of it was real, and I'll never do it to you again." And then, like 2 months later, he'd like do it again, and like again, people would be like, "Wait, is this real? Is it not?" Because he would make it seem like a vlog, and like he would like cry on camera and stuff, and make it seem like he was really like getting torn up by his family, and then like it's all fake.
Storyfire almost looks like a mixture between YouTube and Twitter. That's what it looks
Okay.
like. I literally have never heard about it until now, but there's some pretty big people on there. So
Because people immediately, I know, because Leafy, like the second he was banned, the article said that he went over to Storyfire, which I hadn't heard about Storyfire until when you guys posted that, and I was just like, what the hell's Storyfire?
Right?
I don't know. On that subject, I don't really see Storyfire going anywhere. Just saying.
Yeah. Like I said, I never really watched Leafy, nor do I care about him. You know, if he is as bad as he says he is, like, good riddance. Get that scum off the internet. It's really funny because most of the pictures I see of him, he literally looks like he's 12, and here I am, a 25-year-old man, and I'm like, how does he just look so young and is getting all this hate? Makes me laugh. But another thing that I kind of want to draw from this is just the fact that a YouTube spokesperson told The Verge, channels that repeatedly violate our policies will be terminated. So one, that kind of draws a couple different things that makes me wonder, you know, like one, how safe are people who make content? Two, what are these actual policies? Because I mean, like we could go through and we can try and comb through it all and, you know, actually figure out what these policies might be. But if we have people who are, you know, as toxic, you say like Keemstar, and there's probably other people out there who are just as toxic or, you know, even worse. How in the world did only one person get banned if all of these other people are doing it? Not to mention, I would assume that the content or the people that are on YouTube, if they're making content and like posting about it outside of YouTube, so let's say on Twitter or something like that, and they're causing all of this, you know, just harassment, is YouTube only going to say, well, this is what you've done on YouTube and we can't ban you even though it's on Twitter? So I guess I kind of want your guys' opinions on what do you think in terms of what their policies might be. Like, why do you think that other big streamers like Keemstar haven't been hit yet?
Well, here's the thing. Keemstar has been hit. In fact, he's been hit multiple times in the past and has had previous channels shut down as a result of it.
Mhm.
But the problem is he hasn't been permabanned. And I feel like that's what the big issue is here, is that since he hasn't been permabanned, he just makes more and more accounts and he keeps coming back.
Yeah. I definitely feel like Keemstar needs to be permabanned just like Leafy.
But then he'll just go, I mean, granted, if he goes over to Storyfire, then it's like, whatever, you know, I don't need to hear about him anymore.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
What was it? I was on Snapchat the other day, and Drama Alert was in my For You, whatever, the For You section.
Oh.
And I was like, are you kidding me? So I reported it. I was like, this is toxic. I don't want to see it.
Fair.
Oh, well, that being said, what do you think? I'm not sure if this was the thing in our thing yet because I haven't looked. But do we have a thing on G Fuel dropping Keemstar?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they dropped Keemstar after H3H3's first part in his 3-part series about the content nuke.
Oh,
All I'm
that's
saying is
good.
I love G Fuel, and if they're looking to pick up someone else,
I mean,
Okay, no. Listen, first, this right here is number one, Grant.
I mean,
this is
I'd
our
way rather
first priority.
have
we're
G Fuel. I'm
gamers.
sorry, like, this
LaCroix
the
is
first
made
time-
for LaCroix boys. G
All right,
Fuel is
listen.
made for
This
gamers.
is the first time where I've been like, you know what, Dan, LaCroix is because if G Fuel's on the table, G Fuel is it.
Okay, boys.
But-
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
now, how do you feel about now? I feel like my question with bringing that up is great. I'm glad G Fuel dropped Keemstar, but on the same point, how do you feel about H3H3 attacking Keemstar's sponsor
I mean,
as a result of it?
Keemstar's done it in the past.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I guess I can't really.
So, I mean,
Yeah, but two wrongs don't make a right either. Like attacking someone's way of making money. You know,
I mean,
I feel like it's still bad. Either way.
G Fuel wasn't his main way of making money, though. It was the YouTube videos. He just lost a portion of money.
Yeah.
I
So wait,
guess.
So
Chance.
what do you mean HGHG attacked his sponsor? Like what?
Well, he didn't. I wouldn't say he attacked, but he's like I think there was a joke that he made. It was like G Fuel, sponsor of making people or like attacking people or something. H3H basically made like jokes at G Fuel,
Okay.
not directly saying G Fuel dropped Keemstar. You know what I mean? He's just
I know
making
what you mean.
jokes at it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think here's the thing: like, sponsors have, or companies have the right to sponsor whoever they want. Like for whatever reason, we could get sponsored by LaCroix. Like no jokes there, but like for whatever reason they could if they wanted to. And that would be, there would of course be a contract and everything. But as soon as people are starting to point out, oh, like this person's scum, that brand name that they have. So for example, if I'm not saying that like there's anything going on, but like let's just say there's some huge scandal with us that happens in 2 years or whatever, and LaCroix's like, oh, I don't like this. They can pull out whenever they want.
Mhm.
They have no obligation to stay with us unless if it's somehow in our contract to say, yo, you have to stay because of blah, 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 So if they have big names like H3H3 and they're coming and they're attacking Keemstar and they're saying, yo, you are a scum. And if G Fuel sponsors you, you're G Fuel, you're pretty much sponsoring harassment.
Mhm.
Which, if
Yeah.
they look at it, they're like, yo, this actually might be true. And then they can pull out whenever they want. So I think it's good that they did because, they're one, protecting their name. And that also shows that they're not supporting what he's doing. So,
Well, now I feel like I need to ask a question because Tim in our chat, and those of you who don't watch live, come watch at twitch.tv/KingServant.
that's true.
He's saying that G Fuel didn't drop Keem, but Keem left. Now, I have a question. Did Keem say that, or did G Fuel say that?
Keemstar said.
I know Keemstar said it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. If he said it, I'm going to go against what he said simply because of how scummy he is. I feel like he has lost reputation. I mean, even just a little bit that I know. Like I said at the beginning, I don't really know him, but the stuff that I do know about him, he is scum. Every time I see some sort of controversy on Twitter or whatever, he's always there just like laying into it. I'm like,
Let's
be a nice guy,
get
bro.
right into the news.
Let's get
It's just like you pulled it. Let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, yeah.
But
Yeah, most
Like,
of the internet, it's go for it, Chance.
I mean, G Fuel, like I said, if G Fuel came out and said that Keemstar left them, cool, awesome, whatever. Keemstar is no longer affiliated, but I'm not gonna believe a single word out of that Slytherin's mouth. Not gonna lie.
Same.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can.
not all Slytherins are bad.
I mean, Draco Malfoy, dude, was at the beginning. Man, that's some saucy stuff. And I guess I kind of want to just wrap it up with kind of reiterating. I'm just kind of interested to see like what we're going to see going forward because we've had doc bans. We are now having Leafy bans. These are big names being banned from certain platforms and just simply moving over to other platforms. So I'm just kind of curious to see like the logistics of everything, how certain sites and stuff are going to start moderating their stuff now. What's going to be a bannable offense? What's going to be a perma-bannable offense? What's going to be a suspensionable offense? So I'm just kind of I want to know what's going to happen moving forward. Especially for someone like me. I have this channel, and so it's like I want to be careful that I don't do something stupid or something that could get me banned. So.
I mean, as long as you're not harassing anybody, I think your channel's fine.
I know.
Honestly.
But the thing is that, and I don't want to go into this super far. I'm just going to bring up as an example. We still don't know why Doc was banned. Leafy was banned. He was perma-banned for harassment. It's just like, if he's banned for harassment, but Keemstar isn't, like, of course, that's kind of pulling on strings. But the same principle applies as like, what can some people do, but I might do, and then I might, it's just like, you just get scared. You just start thinking. Maybe I just am like out thinking myself and everything. But it's scary times. I think there needs to be more of a TOS, if you will, like terms of service, and more strictly moderated. But yeah, it's scary times.
I wouldn't even say strictly moderated. I would just say give your creators the freedom to create, but just basically double down on the bullying. That's my only stipulation. Like, I feel like there's too many restrictions on YouTube creators as it is, but I feel like if you're going to keep one rule, just keep the not bullying. That's the only thing.
Like I've said plenty of times in the past, I don't care what goes on as long as you're not physically or mentally harming anyone.
Yeah.
But
I think
the moment that starts, that's when it's not okay.
I think far as choosing who they're banning, like Leafy was specifically going out and like going after certain people. Whereas Keemstar, like, I think that while he is doing something very similar and he is insulting people and bullying and harassing, he makes it into a gray area where he is technically reporting on things that are happening and then he's giving his own input, and his own input is what I don't want to hear. What he has to say about it is where I'm like, you're not a good person. But if he was just spouting off just drama and just things that were happening, okay, so what? I mean, I don't care about drama anyways, but at least you're just reporting what's happening instead of attacking people while you do it.
Yeah.
And so that's where I think that he fits into a gray area there.
Because a news show don't like news on TV. They don't give their opinions. You know, they save that shit for Twitter. That's what Keemstar needs to do if he's going to survive at all. I won't say any longer on YouTube. Because if you just save your opinion for Twitter, just report news on YouTube, and that I feel like he'd be in a much better situation than he is currently.
Yeah, no kidding.
Awesome. All right. So I think we've exhausted information. I don't want to cut this short, but I feel like we could keep going in circles. So let's kind of move a little bit. Let's kind of change gears. There's something else, though, I kind of want to talk about when it comes to terms of service. Burger King used Twitch's donation feature to advertise their menu to a specific streamer. And this streamer has not come out to say his name. He even blurred out his face. We do know it's a guy. Blurred out his face. Used a voice changer and everything. So we don't know who that person is. So I'm kind of curious to think what your guys' opinions are. The fact that we see big companies donating money to people that can use the text-to-speech kind of thing. Because, you know, like, for example, let's say you go into Ninja's chat and you donate $20 and then you type out a message. It'll read it so that everyone can hear it. Big companies have been doing that, like Burger King, going into people's streams, donating money, and then it reads out whatever message they type, and they're literally advertising themselves to this audience. They don't even care about the streamer. I mean, they're giving them money, but they don't say anything to the streamer. They literally just advertise their menu. What do you think in terms of how scummy that is? Like, give me your thoughts.
I think that, in my honest opinion, I mean, companies are changing with the times, you know? I mean, obviously people aren't watching that much TV anymore. Everyone's watching computers. They have to find a way to advertise. I don't really have that big of an issue with it, especially if, for example, I was getting $20 for, like you said, $20 for just from some short message to type out something. I don't really have an issue with that.
Okay.
Well,
personally.
in this case, this marketing campaign wasn't necessarily coming from Burger King themselves. They hired a marketing agency, and that marketing agency said, hey, this is how we're going to try this. And obviously people are not happy about it because they were specifically targeting people who had text-to-speech, and so it was reading out the advertisement. It wasn't just like showing up on the screen briefly. It was like disrupting the stream with a Burger King ad. And
okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's not what it's for. It's like the whole text-to-speech was like a reward for people who were fans of these streamers to get their comment read. And so like you're completely bypassing the purpose to make people hear this ad right in the middle of the stream. And that's where I think it's pretty scummy.
Well,
I worded that a little funny, so sorry about that.
Not only that, but this thing here says that they were only giving the streamers $5 or less.
Yeah. The cost of the item they were advertising.
They were also,
okay.
Yeah. So pretty much they were like, here's $5, go buy this specific product or whatever to the streamer. I mean, the ad revenue that they could make off of a video or whatnot, if they're affiliated or partnered on Twitch, would be way more than $5 if a person were to watch all the way through the ad.
Yeah. I see it as this though, Chance, because I mean, I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying. I'd be dumbfounded and like super happy that people are giving me money and they just read off their crap. But at the same time, you think about it like this, they're literally getting free advertisement in the sense that they have no sort of sponsorship with you. So like, let's just say LaCroix came in here. Again, I'm just using LaCroix not to try and meme or anything, but just because it's the one thing that I can think of because I always think about it because it's great. If LaCroix came in here and they just threw me $5 and said, hey, everyone go buy some LaCroix, but they have no sponsorship deal with us, then all I'm getting is $5 and they just broadcasted it to, let's say in the future, hundreds of thousands of people, people that watch it live, people that watch it on YouTube. So they spent $5 and they increased the revenue by X amount of thousands of dollars. Like, that's not okay. So I see it as, yes, you're getting money, but they're really gypping you. They're literally just cleaning you out. They're cleaning you out. That's all they're doing. Just straight up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're changing with the times, and they're finding a way to make money that doesn't cost them a bunch of money. Like, I don't really blame them in that sense, but at the same time, I see where you three are coming from as far as, like, they don't have a sponsorship with me personally, so I'm not getting out of it besides $5. I get that, but I'm also seeing it from the company's point of view where they don't really have to spend almost anything, but they can advertise to thousands of people off of a streamer.
I mean, to me, basically all it's doing is, like, if you were to go into big streamers, whatever, and donate $5 to them and be like, hey, come watch my stream instead of this stream. It's basically like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's basically like, here's $5. Instead of watching this streamer, go to Burger King and pick up a Big Mac or whatever, or Whopper.
Yeah.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
I don't think I would even mind that much if they weren't targeting text to speech. Because, like, if it was just showing up as a comment, whatever, people can read it or they won't. I don't really care. But if it's actually making audio and disrupting the stream for your ad, that's where I have an issue.
Yeah, because people are there for the stream, not the Burger King advertisement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I stand on it. I just don't think that it's I don't think that it's a very I don't want to say humane, because that's definitely not the right word.
Consumer
but a very,
friendly.
Yeah, it's just very incredibly selfish, if anything. Incredibly selfish. Not to mention, as Tim is saying in chat, text-to-speech is dangerous anyway. It's a rabbit hole. You got to be real careful of that, because you can type stuff that doesn't, like, you can type in knee, Knee, and then you can put another word after it, and it says a bad word. It's like you can manipulate the language.
Well, now let me say something here as far as the text-to-speech. Now, I know that certain streamers have the ability to ban words in their streams, correct?
Yes.
Like, you can ban, like, words in the stream. If you do that and they type it in with the text-to-speech, does it bleep out the word, or does it still say the word?
It skips over it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, I mean, at the same point, if that's the case, then you could just ban a crap ton of words or, like, iterations of it, but
Just ban the entire Burger King menu.
Yeah, just ban the word burger, fries, cheese.
Burger, fries, cheese, money amounts.
Fries, cheese, and money amounts. I think overall that
alphabet.
Yeah, my favorite one is when people put in 777777777, and it goes on and on. It's like 777 like quadrillion or something, and the dude like slowly counts it down. That's my favorite. I think that's super funny. I do want to say this though. I feel that Twitch needs to really get on that, because I don't feel like as a company they do a lot to protect streamers, of any size. So I think that that's another something that they need to kind of add to their list of things to do. DMCA claims, DMCA claims, I think they need to fight a little more for that. Just my opinion, you can disagree if you want. And then stuff like this, like they did a lot with the army, and I don't want to go into the whole army thing, but they really, laid it into the army. So I think that's good, but I feel like there's still a lot of stuff that they can, excuse me.
Careful, Dan, them's Twitch fighting words.
No one's.
You're going to have the army knocking on your door here, Dan. They're going to make you sign up whether you want to or not. Ship you over to.
Oh my god, dude, Dan in the army. I could see it.
You bunk with Diego.
You can bunk with Diego.
Oh my gosh, no. I mean, I would love to hang out with Diego again, but he's got the Rona right now, so I don't want to be around him.
No,
Dan doesn't want to get shot at.
He has to quarantine every time he travels.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know he had it. He's had it like 3 times or something. I don't know. That's what he's told me.
What does it do to him? If I may ask, if we have time for it.
Well,
what does
Diego
the Rona
has just
do?
been testing positive. Like, he hasn't been symptomatic, but every time he tests positive, he still has to quarantine.
Okay.
So that's
Diego.
what's been like killing
that
Diego,
and every time
he's
he
like,
travels.
I don't even like do anything.
Yeah. So a little context. Our friend Diego, he used to play games with us all the time. He joined the army, and he is now in. It's not Guadalajara. It's in Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Shoot, it's
I
it's a
mean-
big place down in Cuba. I can't remember
I mean,
what
we
it's
shouldn't-
called.
We still shouldn't be given full details.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true. Anyway, he's in the army, and he's on.
got the Rona.
Yeah, he's got the Rona.
He's got the Rona. Stay away from him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
If you see this lengthy man,
Oh my gosh, this guy is a lanky motherfucker. Holy crap. He's gotten. Never mind. We're not going to talk about his. So we're going to move on. We're going to talk about government just a little bit. And by government, I mean TikTok is going to sue President Trump because we know for a fact that President Trump put out a ban on TikTok for 90 days. If some company didn't buy it in 90 days, the English parts of the app, so that pretty much means like Canada, United States, UK, Australia, any other parts of any other English speaking parts or countries that have like the app, this company pretty much needs to own them. He said if no one buys it, then it's out because with the whole China thing, stealing data, everyone's worried, and so is Trump. But then TikTok came back and said, "Yo, we're going to sue you because you can't do that." I don't know how do you feel about that? I have no clue where to start in this one. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I'm interested to see how it turns out, but like I don't know. Like, yeah, he has this ban thing, and then they want to sue the president, and like, there's just a lot happening there. I feel like, and I mean, I don't understand how that process even works. Like, one is a company that has to be represented by someone, and one is the president, and like, I mean.
Question: Is this ban gonna only affect TikTok? Like, as far as like, is he only going after them specifically, or is he trying to ban anything? Like,
I thought it was the entirety of like
that area of
Tencent.
the world.
So this is another can of worms that we talked about in a previous episode. So I don't want to delve into it, but I'll kind of give an overview as to what I know. So he said he wants to ban TikTok. TikTok is owned by ByteDance. ByteDance has different companies that work with them, and Tencent owns part of ByteDance. So if President Trump bans TikTok, he's also banning Tencent, which means he could be banning Epic Games, as Tencent owns a share of Epic Games, Discord, Riot Games, all these other things. So inadvertently, he's going to ban a lot of stuff, but he just originally wanted to do TikTok. You can look that up in Google if you're curious. I'll tell you right now, it's super messy. So if you're not really into politics, then it's very political and just really stupid. I will say that. But I do want to read this just to kind of let our listeners know a little bit more as to why TikTok is suing President Trump. They're actually suing the government, by the way. It says, and I quote, "We do not take suing the government lightly. However, we feel we have no choice but to take action to protect our rights and the rights of our community and employees. With the executive order threatening to bring a ban on our U.S. operations, eliminating the creation of 10,000 American jobs, and irreparably harming the millions of Americans who turn this app for entertainment, connection, and legitimate livelihoods that are vital, especially during the pandemic, we simply have no choice." So they're looking at it as if Trump bans all this crap, he goes through, he bans TikTok and all this stuff. He's not only costing people jobs, he's costing people entertainment, he's costing people, XYZ. So do you guys see anything potentially wrong with that? We don't have to delve into politics, so I don't want you to, say, "Oh, I believe this is wrong because of a political thing," because we don't like to talk politics here, because I feel like politics are an incredibly sticky situation. But just kind of give me your thoughts on, if you feel that this is somewhat warranted at all. And you don't have to give your beliefs as to why.
I mean, honestly, just if we were to get rid of it and get rid of all the jobs that are offered to people, like I know that TikTok has just started rolling out like creation or creator funds, so creators are finally getting paid now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you're destroying people's livelihoods there. You're destroying the people that work for the companies in America here. So I don't know. Just it's kind of a scummy thing to do.
Okay.
One that I know of is Seth and Jenna Pry. They were not even trying to get famous on TikTok. They just like had this little bit with a chair and some pillows, but they're funny, and it's just
Wait,
his
what?
brother and sister. And I mean, before even the content like fund, the creator fund, they recently, I think it was like a month and a half ago, they started a sponsorship with Bang Energy, and so like you shut down the app, you shut down their whole sponsorship unless they're able to switch
Technical
over to another
difficulties.
platform.
I'm so sorry. I picked up my phone because something popped up and I hit my keyboard, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry, Grant. I interrupted you. Please continue.
I mean that was pretty much it. It's just like, I mean, there are people who have like not just creator fund but sponsorships, and this is their platform for sharing that. And so it's like you shut down a lot more than just some videos of people dancing.
Yeah. I don't. My side of it's like, I don't see a reason to ban it. Why would he go after this specifically? Isn't it the whole thing of like they're selling information to the Japanese government or something?
So the whole thing behind it is the fact that China has the ability to track data, and because this is a Chinese company, so all of our data, email addresses, names, potential addresses, like street addresses, phone numbers, all that stuff is being sent to China because it's place of origin. That's where the company was created. That's where the app is held. And so if we're sending all of our data to China, then there is a huge possibility that they could be taking that data and using it for whatever they want, and we don't know about it. And because of the whole Trump, again, getting into politics, I don't want to get into politics, so I'm sorry that I'm even saying this, but the whole Trump-China thing and how they just butt heads and everything, I think he's just maybe over paranoid. I don't know. I personally don't know. Personally don't care. I just think that.
I mean, just to say it real quick, Trump probably just sees it as like a national security thing. Yeah. That's just how I'm thinking that he probably sees it. So I get his actions, but at the same time, I don't agree with it. So that's really all I got to say about it.
And again, I'm sorry if we try and, you know, if we're vague on something, we just don't want to get into politics. We want to try and stay away from that. We just kind of want to bring this to light because this is a huge step in this whole story, in this whole story's development. With, you know, the company is now trying to sue the government of the United States.
Trust me, Dan. So, if I had something to say, I definitely would say it.
I know, Chance. I know. You talked about smacking something. That was a chance.
Okay, we don't need to bring that back.
No,
we don't need to pull that out of the past.
It's not in the VOD. It's gone.
It's not in the VOD. It's not in the VOD. I didn't say what it was. Anyway.
we don't need to pull that out of the past.
That was funny.
So, yeah, we don't need to pull it out of the past. Do you know what to
I will say this, and then I'll move forward. I just kind of want to give my thought. I think that this whole thing just needs to be done, and it just needs to be like how it was. If there is surely some sort of security breach, we would definitely know about it, and we don't know about it for sure. Anyway, moving forward. Oh gosh, you guys deleted everything. So how do you guys feel about Tesla cars?
I love Tesla. I freaking love Tesla.
You guys like the Tesla?
The like hug a tree thing. Like I just like Tesla.
Yeah.
They have an odd design for their cars. I'll say that much.
I think they look sick.
I mean, undisclosed circumstances, I got to ride in one when it was going 119 miles per hour, and it took about 3 seconds to get there.
You trying to flex on me, boy?
Also,
I go in planes.
So good.
Also, in undisclosed circumstances, I may have gotten to drive one. Well, not. Never mind. We'll save that for a different time.
I feel like I need to hear both of these.
All right, we can talk about both these stories. Because here at BroTalk, we don't break the law. Okay, we don't break the law. We keep the law. We uphold the law. Yeah. How do you guys feel though about people actually hacking Tesla cars? One, did you know that they could do it? And two, how do you feel about it? Because all they're doing is they're just unlocking more features. Because like there's, you pretty much had to like buy an upgrade or something along those lines. There was an upgrade, and if you upgraded that, it would boost XYZ. But people are finding a way to bypass that.
Now,
how do you feel?
Are you able to hack the car remotely, or does it have to be in the specific car? Because if it's able to be done remotely, that's kind of scary.
It's
To
like
be
people
honest-
doing it to their own Teslas. It's not
Yeah.
like people doing it to
Well,
other people.
I know, but that's the thing.
But one
If-
thing leads
if-
to another.
Yeah, no, if like the moment you start doing that kind of stuff opens the door for people to
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they might be just hacking it to improve its performance now, but if it becomes something regular and then people use it with malicious intent, that's when we got some issues.
Yeah. I do not know if there is any sort of remote hacking. I would assume that that's coming because let's be honest, as scary as that sounds, I don't want to freak anyone out. Someone's going to find a way to do it. It's just a matter of fact. We live in a world where people can do almost anything they want. But I do want to say that just to kind of give you an idea of what people are doing to their cars, people are unlocking. They are unlocking software capabilities, which pretty much is like, for example, batteries are locked at 60 kilo, I don't know, kWh. I don't know what that stands for. And then they're unlocking it to 75. So they definitely
Kilovolts?
put. No, I don't know. kWh, I don't know what that
kilowatt
is.
hours, maybe.
I don't know. Whatever it is, though,
Yeah.
the company
kilowatt
locked
hours? No.
kilowatt hours, maybe.
That's what I said. What the...
Okay, dude. But it's interesting to me that like they actually would lock capabilities like that. Like they're locking the battery, the battery output. They locked the speed of it. For example, people are unlocking their car to get roughly 50 extra horsepower in the new Model 3, and it shortens the 0 to 60 mile per hour acceleration from 3.9 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was 4.2 seconons before. So it's not much of an upgrade, but it's still the idea you're hacking a car.
That's already not sitting right with me. I don't want to have to buy DLC for my car.
Well, I mean,
Bruh.
to be fair, it's hardware. It's like when you buy computer parts, a lot of the time they don't come pre-overclocked. And every time you overclock a specific part, it usually shortens the lifespan of whatever part. So
That's true.
My guess is Tesla put these limits on the hardware for that reason.
Yeah, but that's basically just real life DLC, man. That doesn't sit right with me. I don't
What
want
I think is interesting is that this is something that you could like purchase to unlock. So why not make it an actual DLC instead of having it something that just got unlocked? Because like what people are doing with it, it's not something that they like download to do.
No,
They're just unlocking it.
Yeah,
So it's like it's already in the car.
But less savvy technical people are having to pay more money after they already bought the car to unlock these features. That doesn't.
I think what I'm saying is that. Sorry, Dan, go for it.
I was going to say, I think I'm with Tim on this one. I think it's honestly just a safety thing. Not to mention, it's probably a parts kind of thing in terms of like making sure that it doesn't burn out within a year. Because, we can only make things so well to where they have a life, batteries included. And so I honestly would assume it's one for safety, because here's the thing, most 99.9% of people that buy Teslas won't care about that extra 50 horsepower. They won't care about the extra 15 kWhs, whatever those are called. They don't care. They just want an energy efficient car. And a Tesla's already a great energy efficient car. And then another thing is, they want their parts to last. Not saying that they build crappy cars, but their parts at the same time. I don't know how long a battery lasts. I don't know how much it takes to change a battery. So they probably put that stipulation in place just to make sure that, it runs. I don't want to say legally because I don't know if that is or not, but, to where it runs in a safe manner and to where the parts don't burn out, to where you have to buy another $60,000 Tesla in 4 years. So
this is the only Tesla I need.
Yeah, kWh is kilowatt hours.
Kilowatt hours. Okay. I'm glad to know that we figured that one out. Good job, team up top.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck
But yeah, did you guys see that people are actually playing Mario Kart on Teslas?
What? I think that's awesome. Yeah. So they when they're playing, it disconnects the wheel from the transmission, and so they can actually steer and everything, just as long as they're not driving.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because they have that giant iPad thing or whatever in the center console. You can literally put a game on it and then actually it's pretty cool. You can look up videos on it. It's pretty neat.
Tesla Mario, real life Mario Kart. Here we go.
Elon Musk is an unapologetic meme lord.
I
And
love
like
that.
people will request things, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, that sounds good. I like
That's
that.
all right.
He'll just do it."
Yeah.
And I mean, even the names he comes up with for all of his stuff, like one of the landing pads for the SpaceX ship was like, I still love you."
Yeah,
With like
yeah,
official news reports were like, "Oh, the Falcon has landed on I still love you."
yeah. I think he's
I
a
just
cool
love it.
guy. I think he's a really cool
Bananas
guy.
has gone bad.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Elon Musk actually owned PayPal and then built it to what it is and then sold it. I don't know if you knew that. He's a pretty cool guy.
No.
He's a very smart man. Made a lot of money, lost it all, and then made a lot of money again. So here we
I
are.
did
Time
not
to
know that.
lose it all again.
Yeah, lose it all again. Time. Here we go. I want to change topics from cars to Halo. I know we talk about Halo a lot, and I'm trying. We are trying our best to not talk about it all the time. But this one, and I say this every time as well, but this is a pretty big thing, which a lot of people are actually going to be really, really mad about. I know that when I read this, I was actually I was pissed. Nice.
Were you?
Like
I mean,
I was pissed when I heard this. Halo Infinite might not be coming to Xbox One, only the newer Xbox and PC. I'm pissed about that because I think it's stupid that they promised this. They promised that we're going to be getting it on Xbox One. We're going to be getting it on holiday. You know, it's going to run at this. We're going to have this. They promise us everything, and it's just bad news after bad news after bad news from a company that built two just awful games. It bothers me.
Well, here, okay, I'm going to defend 343 a little bit right here.
Okay.
I don't think Halo 4 is as bad as people give it credit for. I think it's just fine. Halo 5, cool, whatever. They tried something new with the squad mechanic. You can't really blame them for that because they're trying to add stuff to Halo. And then the community is like, it's like
it's not what we
it's-
wanted.
it's- yeah, okay, yeah, like Tim said, it's like you ask a child, what do you want for ice cream? And then you vanilla. Okay, well you get him a vanilla ice cream. I don't want this. I don't like it. But you asked for it. That's how I see 343 right now. The community asks for new stuff, but when they try to incorporate new stuff, the community hates it and then blames them for it.
Mhm.
You know?
I can see that. I can understand
I can
that.
understand the analogy in some context, but not in this context where they're saying, "Hey, we might not even release it for your console anymore."
Well, I'm saying I'm
Yeah,
defending
no.
343 in general in the broad scape of things. As far as this news, I mean, I'm not too butthurt about it not coming out on Xbox One because I don't really buy stuff for my Xbox anymore. I've moved to PC, so I'm not exactly too butthurt by it. But I can see why people who don't want to upgrade and were promised it on the Xbox One are a little miffed.
Yeah, no. I mean, in this case, the analogy would be like you, the parent, asking your kid, "Okay, do you want ice cream?" And the kid's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and then you never buy the kid ice cream.
Exactly.
No, you get a sandwich.
And then the
Yeah,
kid's
and
like,
it's not even
"Where's
an
my
ice cream
ice cream?"
sandwich. It's literally a nasty old ham turkey.
No, it's
or
literally
whatever
just
sandwich.
it's literally just a sandwich with ice and cream.
Now here's the thing though. Do we know if it's all just 343's fault or if also some of it needs to lie on Microsoft?
Here's the thing. I am not sure. It's kind of vague. I will say this though, and we can go back to 343 in just a second, but apparently a verified insider claims that Microsoft is even prepared to delay Infinite beyond next year. So it sounds like what's happening is 343 is not able to make the game that one, they wanted to. Two, people want. Three, Microsoft wants. They're not able to do it. It sounds like they are just so far behind because of whatever freaking reason it is. They can't get their crap together. But it sounds like Microsoft is making all the decisions in terms of what to do, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I was okay with this first delay.
Mhm.
You know, I was fine with that. You know, like I've said before, you know, delayed game can be eventually be good, but delaying it another whole year on top of not even it being the end of the year yet before them saying we're already going to delay it to 2021. I don't know. That I don't know how I feel about.
That's just talked about. That's not confirmed yet. That's just a verified insider that has said something. So again, that part is hearsay. I'll say that part is hearsay. We don't know that for sure.
That one's up in the air.
Yeah, but that person did say the current version of Halo Infinite on Xbox One S So the discless version of the Xbox One, it was like the mid-season or the mid-generation upgrade, is nowhere near 1080p. It's even lower than 900p and is having serious loading issues. It's much worse than you have seen on the PC demo. So it sounds like that they can't even get a stable build of the game.
All I'm going to say is 343, you really need to get your shit together, otherwise nobody's going to buy your games after Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
No one will buy you. You will go out of business. I guarantee it.
I don't think their launch is going to be near what it would have been had they been ready for it to come out this
I agree
holiday.
with you. I agree with
Because after this, people are going to be very skeptical with everything else, and they're going to wait until they see that it's actually fixed and good, and that it was ready for release.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say if you fail 343, that's why I'm looking at you, all of you people making this game. If you fail, dude, Bungie better get Halo back.
I would love to see that. I will say this.
Or some company.
I will say this. Go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
Could you imagine if Microsoft bought Bungie back?
That'd be so nice.
Oh, I know, right?
I would like that for the Halo games.
Got Halo.
No.
Oh,
They would
dude, I would.
Call it Halo.
Crossovers?
Call of Halo.
Call it Halo.
I mean,
343 did say. 343 did say though that COVID-19 played a huge impact on the development, and so I kind of give them a little bit of, I'll say, pity, because of that. And like I can only imagine how hard it is to make a game with hundreds of different people working from home, having to try and figure out how to send certain files certain ways, and then someone has to put it together and then send it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably a lot of reasons where, that could be really hard. But at the same time, I've heard a lot of companies have done it right. There are a lot of companies that have, they might have stopped development for like 10 days to try and figure it out. But as soon as they figured it out, boom, they got back on it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just very disappointed that this is going down.
I think it's fair to say that, like, the pandemic affected it. I mean, it is a pandemic, but don't wait to say something about it until after you have, like, given out some, like, the demo trailer, the gameplay. Like, you waited until after that to be like, oh, and by the way, we can't actually release it yet.
It's just
been released. That should have been news like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's been a big giant train wreck. And I'm just sad. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it at this point. I just like, I don't care anymore. This is just ridiculous. I don't want to spend $60 on something that I more than likely know isn't going to be good at all. Sorry, I just don't feel like it's going to work.
I mean, I'm still kind of happy about it. It's becoming a little bit harder to stay on that hype train. But I don't know. But I feel like with all this crap going on, I feel like saying COVID is causing us issues, although it probably is, and it probably is really causing issues for your company and make the production of this game. I feel like it's kind of also like a shield for companies to use when something is not going the way. They can just blame COVID.
Yeah, I can see that. I want to give companies benefit of the doubt because it is something that none of us in this generation or this, last 100 years have ever experienced. So, we don't know how to deal with that. But at the same time, I do feel like you're kind of right with people using it as a shield. I don't think that, I don't know. Do you guys have any last thoughts on just that in general?
That's just kind of how I feel about that. I don't really have much else to say.
Grant, you got anything? No, any nuggets of wisdom you want to drop on us real quick?
Do you think I have wisdom?
Do you think he has nuggets?
Okay.
I mean, at this point, that just means I'll have that much more time to play Call of Duty Cold War.
Ooh.
That's how I'm seeing it now at this point. So.
All right. Well, one chance looks like he's out of focus really bad. It's kind of funny to see. You hate to see it, but, you love to see it at the same time. We're going to move on from Halo. And like I said, I'm sorry we talk about it all the time. It's just a really big thing that dropped again, so I feel like we need to talk about it. We got two more things we got to talk about, so stay with us. We're getting there. We're getting to the end of the light of the tunnel. We're going to say a few more things, and bro, good news is coming, I promise. real quick, I want to mention that Riot Games announced a Spotify partnership. This is pretty cool because what's going to happen is Spotify is going to be making the League of Legends Worlds like theme song. They're also going to be doing some podcasts to try and give some insight on any and everything League of Legends backstage worlds, or I don't know how you say that, but that's what they're going to be doing. I think it's kind of cool that Spotify's doing that. I think it's pretty neat. Yeah, it's Spotify. I like Spotify. I support them. And then Tim, you want to talk about Call of Duty real quick?
I mean, there's gonna be, I believe there's gonna be another trailer tomorrow. I think it's what 9 a.m. Pacific or whatever. I don't know. All I know is that there's a trailer tomorrow. So
I'll be balls deep in work. I won't be able to watch
Was the
it.
news that you had to be in Warzone?
I think it's an in-game event. Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an in-game event. So,
We better be online tomorrow, boys.
I mean, I
Yeah,
will. Chance will be
Yeah, I'll be at
asleep.
Chance will be asleep. Dan and I will be at work, and Tim will be on.
No, I'll make sure I'm on just for you, Tim.
I'm excited to see what it's going to be, though. I really want to know what the new Call of Duty is going to look like, especially if it's in the Cold War era, when the Cold War, as most people know, was mostly just intelligence and like spies and stuff. It'll be kind of cool to see how they do a take on that. So,
Well, Dan, you actually get to play as the X-Men if you saw that movie where they were fighting in the Cold War.
Which one is that?
It's actually
Days
not a
of
Call
Future
of Duty.
Past?
It's an X-Men game.
Oh,
Days
yeah.
of Future Past. Any of the X-Men games X-Men movies, that aren't the super old ones, blow. Changed my mind.
I mean, anything after X2 blows.
Yeah, true. All right, Tim, grace us with your voice and tell us about the 20 games that are coming out this week?
Yeah, somewhere close to that number.
Oh, buddy.
Something like that.
On the 25th, we got, what is this? Descenders for the PlayStation 4. We got Insurgency Sandstorm launching on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Shut up. No Straight Roads launching on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We got Street Power Soccer. Oh, there's a game for you, Dan. Soccer.
Dude, I want to be.
Soccer starts with S.
I want to be deep in that game.
Daniel might as
starts
well.
with S. Yeah. Satan starts with S.
Soccer is evil.
That's pretty good.
But that launches on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. And then we got Vader Immortal, which is releasing on PlayStation VR. And then
these all sound just so dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. It's August. Everybody's dropping their last bits and nuggets before holiday season.
Oh yeah, my nuggets.
Go.
Why did you drop the nuggies?
Why did you drop the nuggies? On the 27th, we got Best Friends Forever.
Tim, let's play that together. Let's go. That'd be sick.
Yeah, on PC or Switch. I mean, I could get it for both. Dan would have to get it for the PC.
To me. Don't do me dirty like that, boy.
We got Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition launching on the PlayStation 4 and the Switch.
That one makes me big sad.
We got Hypnospace. All right, here we go. Here we go. Where is it?
What?
You got this.
Nothing. We got Hypnospace launching on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch. We got Still Stand.
Oh, it's on iOS.
On iOS and Android. We got Surgeon Simulator 2.
I heard that was good.
What, Surgeon Simulator?
I heard that was a huge step up from the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that if you're an indie fan, then yeah, it's good.
We got Tell Me Why on Xbox One and PC.
I'll tell you why. Oh boy.
We got Tour de France 2020 on PC.
Bike Simulator.
Tabusa Rise of New Champions. PlayStation 4, Switch, PC on the 28th. We got Jump Force on the Switch. Madden NFL 21 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, PC.
That's early for a sports game.
We got Nexomon? On PlayStation
Okay,
4,
bro.
Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Nexomon got Chance excited.
What?
What? No, we got
I'm
Project,
like too busy taking a look at my Tesla.
Okay.
Project Cars 3 on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. Shing. That's one that we need to play, Dan. Nah, on the PlayStation 4, Switch, or PC. Wasteland 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. And Windbound, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC.
Nice. You forgot one, Tim. You forgot Tongue Chicken.
I mean, that launched a while ago.
That
And
did launch a while ago.
everyone wins when it's just Dan and I playing.
I mean, you can see it as winning. I saw it as both of us losing at the same time.
All I'm
That's
saying
I'm
is you
Tongue
won.
chicken.
I lost.
Come on, Grant. I'll play some Tongue Chicken with you. It was pretty
Grant.
good.
Yeah, Grant. You ever
No,
played Tongue
thanks,
Chicken?
I'm chilling.
Bro, it was great. What are you talking about?
Grant,
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Grant and you did what? You guys want to play some Tongue Chicken?
No, I'm
Not
gonna
to
say is
butt.
I need Grant to tongue punch my fart box.
Yeah, you
All
do.
right.
all
Time to
right.
end.
That's a
Yeah.
chance
Never
moment
talk to
right
Tim
there.
again.
That's a chance moment right there. All right. So here at the BroTalk podcast, we like to try and end on a good note. We like to try and end on some good news, things that are happening around the world as current as crazy as it is. It's a lot of negative news. So we want to try and find the positive side of things. We want to try and see the world through a better lens. We just want to not feel so down all the time with all the crap that's going down. So there's two things. Both of these really only matter in the US of A. So those of you that listen in Europe probably don't care about this, but this is good for us. So be thankful and happy with us. All right. First things first. More than half the states are now approved for the extra $300 per week in unemployment insurance. So those of you who don't know, you timed out Grant for 10 seconds. I like it. Those of you who don't know, when COVID hit, you can apply for unemployment through your state. And if you got accepted into it, you would then get unemployment from the state, so at however much it was, and then you get $600 on top of that to help you through these times, because most people, of course, lost their jobs. So you can work. And then that ran out. I want to say it was either the end of July or it's the end of this month. I can't remember which one it was, but it's the end. And then no more $600. You could still get unemployment, but no more $600. Over half the states in the USA have pretty much been approved to have $300. So it's not as much, but it's still some money. So that's good. And then the second thing that we wanted to say on some good news is there's a lot of California fires right now. If you don't know, if you're not from the States or in the California area at all, California is very dry. It's a very deserty state. And there are a lot of fires that have been ravaging the lands the last couple of years, and there's a lot right now. And the good news about this is that a lot of the firefighters are saying the weather.
The weather.
baby.
Yeah,
The
no
weather.
kidding. The weather.
The weather
Okay.
is really helping.
The weather's really helping. But the firefighters are saying the weather is really good and it's cooperating with us. So it sounds like they're actually able to control a lot of these fires more. To give you a little bit of understanding, these fires are so bad right now that 2 of them that are burning are on track to be top 10 worst fires in California history. So it's pretty bad. But if the weather cooperates, sounds like firefighters are going to be able to take care of it. So that's the good news that we have this week. Sorry, there wasn't anything that pertains to anything other than the United States because we don't live in it. So if you got good news, send it to us. We'll be sure to mention it. That's all I got. You guys got anything else? Anything else before we wrap this up and put a bow on it?
I have a Tesla.
Yeah, that's nice, Chance. I like it.
I want a
I
Tesla.
would love a Tesla.
At David Dobrik.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm sub to PewDiePie.
All right, dudes. This has been the Bro Talk podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And if you are watching this not live, so post live, thank you for going to our YouTube page and checking us out. Give us a like if you liked it. Tell us why. Give us a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Tell us why. It helps out tremendously. And also, if you aren't subscribed, click it and then click the bell because it helps us in our algorithm. Also, even if you want to type out gibberish in the comments, it somehow helps us out. So literally, you could type out A if you wanted to in the comments, and it somehow helps us out. So do it.
77777
Yeah.
77777.
Yeah, exactly.
What about
You can
stick,
stay in the
stick,
7 if you want. I mean, Chance, no, don't do that. That's the mark of the beast.
Oh yeah,
Not
there we go.
mine.
There we go, Grant.
No. Okay.
I'm just doing what
Anyway.
I was told.
Okay. And then, of course, again, if you guys want to be mentioned on the podcast at the beginning, before we even start and run the intro, in my Discord, there is a BroTalk podcast section. Please go ahead. Whatever it is, it could literally be, I slept well last night. Or, I don't care what it is. It could, dang, that's savage. I don't care what it is, but yeah.
I made
anyway,
ramen.
thanks again. Appreciate y'all. Super thankful that you guys give us your time, each week. So let us know how we're doing. Give us any thoughts, that you might have. And we will see you on Friday. Yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.
Bye.